They found it after 1,600 years buried beneath the waves, forgotten by time itself. One of the 7 wonders of the ancient world is coming back. February 11th, 2025. Egyptian waters, divers descend into darkness. Their lights pierce the murky depths, and then they see it. Massive blocks of stone, each one weighing 80 tons, carved with ancient Greek letters, covered in barnacles and coral. Silent witnesses to a glory the world had forgotten. But these aren't just rocks, they're pieces of the impossible. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Pharos. The tallest structure humanity had ever built, gone for centuries, swallowed by earthquakes and time until now. Because what they're pulling from the ocean floor isn't just history, it's a resurrection, a lost wonder returning from the dead. And when you see what it really looked like, when you understand what it meant, everything changes. This is the story of the light that refused to die. 305 BC, Alexander the Great dies, his empire fractures, but his general Ptolemy claims Egypt, and he has a vision. A city unlike anything the world has ever seen. A place where east meets west, where knowledge flows like water, where ships from every nation gather. Alexandria. But there's a problem. The coastline is deadly. Treacherous rocks, shallow reefs. No sailor can navigate these waters safely. And at night, it's a graveyard. Ptolemy's dream will die unless someone solves the impossible. They need a light, not just any light. A light so powerful it can be seen for miles. So tall it touches the heavens. So magnificent it declares to every sailor, every merchant, every king, this is Alexandria, and we are eternal. His son, Ptolemy II, accepts the challenge. He finds an architect, a Greek named Sostratus, a man crazy enough to believe, and together they're going to build a miracle. The island of Pharos, a rocky outcrop about 1 mile from shore, this is where the impossible begins. 20 years, that's how long it takes. 20 years of hauling massive limestone blocks, of cutting white marble, of engineering what shouldn't exist. The foundation goes 60 feet deep, built to withstand anything. Then the first level rises, square, solid, 200 feet of pure strength, and inside there are 50 rooms, storage, quarters for the keepers, ramps spiraling upward. Then the second level, octagonal, 100 feet more, 8 faces catching the sun from every angle. And finally, the third level, cylindrical, topped with a massive dome, and inside that dome lives the fire, a flame that never dies, fed constantly, reflected by polished bronze mirrors, amplified, focused into a beam of light, visible 35 miles away, 110 meters tall, taller than the Statue of Liberty, crowned with a statue of Poseidon himself. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, impossible, made real. For 1,500 years, it stands. 1,500 years, think about that. When it was built, Rome was just a city. When it fell, the Middle Ages had begun. Empires rose and crumbled in its shadow. But Pharos endured. Every night, the keepers climbed the spiral ramp, carrying fuel, tending the flame, because that light is more than navigation, it's a promise. Safe harbor, knowledge, civilization. Sailors see it from the horizon, and their hearts lift, because that glow means they've made it. Their home. Merchants navigate by it. Scholars write poems about it. Children grow up with bedtime stories about the giants who built it. It becomes part of the soul of Alexandria. The library may hold the world's knowledge, the palace may hold its power, but the lighthouse holds its hope until the earth betrays it. 956 AD, the first earthquake hits, then another and another. The giant begins to fall. 1323, the final earthquake, the Lighthouse of Alexandria collapses into the Mediterranean Sea. Massive blocks of marble and limestone scattered across the ocean floor, buried under sand and silt. The bronze mirrors melted down centuries ago, the flame extinguished forever. For 600 years, it's gone, completely gone. Artists try to draw it from memory, but the details fade. Was it square or round? How tall exactly? What did the top look like? Nobody knows anymore. It becomes a myth, a legend whispered in port cities. Did it even exist? Was it really that magnificent? And the world moves on, forgets. Until 1994, French archaeologist Jean-Yves Empereur, diving in Alexandria's harbor, he finds something, a piece of granite with Greek inscriptions, then another, and another. The lighthouse, buried but not destroyed, just waiting for technology to catch up, for humanity to remember, for someone brave enough to bring it back. 2025, right now, this moment, 22 blocks, each one 80 tons, lifted from the seafloor, studied, measured, mapped, and with artificial intelligence, with digital reconstruction, we can finally see it again. Every level, every column, every detail. The Lighthouse of Alexandria rising from the depths, not as rubble, not as fragments, but as it was in its glory, when it was the tallest structure on Earth, when its light guided thousands home. Because here's the thing about lost wonders, they're not really lost, they're just sleeping, waiting for us to care enough, to search deep enough, to dream big enough. The lighthouse fell, but its light, that light is still burning in every person who looks at these reconstructions and feels wonder, in every mind that asks, how did they do that? In every heart that believes, we can build impossible things too. After 1,600 years underwater, the light returns and it whispers, "Build your own miracles."